Do you think it's impossible to build wealth on a tight budget? Quite a thought-provoking question, isn't it? But let's debunk some myths today. There's a common misconception, a myth if you will, that budgeting and wealth building are mutually exclusive, that these two cannot coexist. But that, my friends, is far from the truth. Let's take a moment to think about it. Have you ever wondered how some of the wealthiest individuals in the world started their journey? Well, you may be surprised to know that strict budgeting was a significant part of their initial steps towards wealth accumulation. Yes, you heard it right. You see, there's this concept called living within your means. It's not about depriving yourself of life's luxuries, but instead, it's about understanding your financial boundaries and respecting them. It's about not spending more than you earn and saving the surplus. It sounds simple, doesn't it? Yet it's one of the most overlooked aspects of personal finance. Living within your means doesn't mean you have to live a life of frugality. Instead, it's about making smart financial decisions. It's about prioritizing your needs over your wants. It's about choosing long-term financial security over short-term gratification. It's about understanding that every penny saved is a penny earned. The beauty of this concept is that it can lead to wealth accumulation over time. It's not about becoming a millionaire overnight. It's about gradual, consistent growth. It's about building a strong financial foundation that allows your wealth to grow, even on a tight budget. So the question isn't whether you can build wealth on a tight budget, but how you can do it. Let's delve in. It's time to bust the myth and show you how budgeting can be your secret weapon to building wealth. It's time to redefine what it means to live within your means, and how doing so can lead you down the path to financial freedom. So, are you ready to take the first step towards building your wealth? Let's delve in. Scene script. Have you ever wondered how budgeting can actually help you accumulate wealth? The power of budgeting in wealth building is not to be underestimated. It's a tool, a roadmap, guiding you towards financial success. It's all about taking charge, controlling your money rather than letting it control you. Wealth creation isn't a sprint, it's a marathon. It's not about the big windfalls, but the steady, consistent progress. And this is where budgeting comes into play. It's about understanding your income and expenses and directing your funds towards your financial goals. Think of budgeting as your financial GPS. Just as you wouldn't set off on a long journey without a clear route, you shouldn't navigate your financial journey without a budget. It's there to guide you, to ensure you stay on the right path, and to help you make adjustments when necessary. Budgeting isn't a restriction. It's not about depriving yourself of your favorite treat or saying no to every social invitation. Rather, it's about awareness and control. It's about knowing where your money is going and making conscious decisions about how it's spent. Let's say you're saving for a down payment on a house. Without a budget, you might find yourself spending on non-essentials, wondering where all your money has gone at the end of the month. But with a budget, you have a clear plan. You know exactly how much you need to save each month to reach your goal. You see, a budget is more than just numbers on a page. It's a representation of your financial priorities. It's a commitment to your future self. It's an essential tool in your wealth-building arsenal. And the beauty of budgeting is that it can be tailored to your individual needs and circumstances. Whether you're a single parent, a student, or a high-flying executive, a budget can help you align your spending with your values and goals. So let's dispel the myth that budgeting is a form of financial punishment. It's not about restriction, it's about empowerment. It's about making your money work for you, not against you. Remember, budgeting is not about denying yourself every pleasure, but about understanding and controlling where your money goes. Did you know that the money saved is the money earned? It's an age-old adage that holds more weight than you might think, especially when we dive into the world of saving and investing. You see, the journey to wealth building isn't just about earning more, it's about saving more too. This doesn't mean you need to squirrel away vast amounts, but rather focus on consistent savings. Even small amounts tucked away on a regular basis can have a profound impact on your financial future. This is where the magic of compound interest comes into play. Think of compound interest as a snowball rolling down a hill. As it rolls, it picks up more snow, growing larger and faster with each revolution. Your savings work in much the same way. The money you save earns interest, and then that interest earns interest, and so on. Over time, even modest savings can grow into a substantial nest egg. Now let's add another piece to the puzzle: investing. Investing is essentially putting your money to work for you. It's about making strategic decisions to grow your wealth. And the best part is, you don't need a lot of money to get started. There are various low-risk investment options suitable for those on a tight budget. Consider starting with a savings account that offers a high interest rate. This is a safe, low-risk way to start growing your money. Another option is to invest in index funds, a type of mutual fund with a portfolio constructed to match or track the components of a financial market index. They provide broad market exposure, low operating expenses, and low portfolio turnover. Lastly, consider investing in bonds. Bonds are essentially loans that you give to companies or the government in exchange for regular interest payments. They're considered safer than stocks and can provide a steady income stream. Remember, the key to successful investing is diversification. Don't put all your eggs in one basket. Instead, spread your investments across different types of assets to reduce risk. The key here is consistency. Even small amounts saved and invested regularly can lead to significant wealth over time. So start today and let the power of saving and investing work its magic on your path to wealth building. Ever considered reducing your expenses as a way to build wealth? Building wealth isn't just about how much you earn, it's also about how much you keep. And a key component of that is reducing unnecessary expenses. You see, when you cut down on expenses, you're not just saving money, you're also making your money work for you. Because every pound you save is a pound you can put towards building your wealth. So how do you go about reducing expenses? Well, let's start with the basics. One of the most common areas where money tends to slip through our fingers is subscriptions. These days, it seems like there's a subscription for everything, from music to movies to fitness apps. And while these subscriptions might not seem like a lot individually, they can really add up over time. So take a long, hard look at all your subscriptions. Ask yourself, do you really use all of them? Can you live without some of them? If the answer is yes, then it's time to cut them loose. Next, let's talk about eating out. It's convenient, it's easy, and it's fun, but it's also expensive. By cooking at home more often, you can save a significant amount of money each month. Plus, it's healthier and can be a great way to spend time with your loved ones. Finally, consider buying in bulk. Now, this doesn't mean you should start hoarding toilet paper, but for items that you use regularly, buying in larger quantities can often be cheaper in the long run. Just make sure you're not buying things you don't need just because they're on sale. So there you have it. 3 simple, practical ways to reduce your expenses and start building your wealth. Remember, it's not about depriving yourself, it's about making smart choices with your money. Remember, every penny not spent is a penny saved. So let's start saving and let's start building that wealth. So how can you start building wealth on a tight budget? Let's recap the main points we've discussed in this video. First, we dispelled the misconception that building wealth is only for the rich. Wealth creation is not about how much you earn, but how much you save and how wisely you invest. Then, we explored the power of budgeting. A budget is not a restriction, but a tool for financial freedom. It helps you understand where your money is going and how you can better manage it. Setting a budget is the first step towards financial independence. We also discussed the importance of saving and investing. Saving is about setting aside a portion of your income regularly, no matter how small. It's about making saving a habit. And investing is about making your money work for you. It's about growing your money over the long term. Next, we looked at ways to reduce expenses. This doesn't mean depriving yourself of everything you enjoy. It's about making smart choices, like choosing less expensive alternatives or cutting out unnecessary expenses. So here's a simple action plan to start building wealth on a tight budget. First, create a budget. Understand your income and expenses and create a plan that allows you to live within your means. Second, identify areas where you can reduce expenses. This could be anything from eating out less, to canceling unused subscriptions, to shopping smarter. Third, start a saving and investing plan. Set a goal for how much you want to save each month and stick to it. Then, start investing. Even if it's just a small amount to start with, the magic of compound interest will help your wealth grow over time. Building wealth on a tight budget is not only possible, but it's also within your reach. Start today and watch your wealth grow over time.